Go for it, girl. Whoa. That should not have gotten out of your eye so quick. Where'd your Band-Aid go? Whoa. Oh, whoa! Oh! Oh, ew! Oh! What? Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today we have an amazing episode in front of you because today we're going into the Amazing Digital Circus. Now, this came out last Friday, I think an hour before we went live. So this entire weekend, I've been staying off of the internet. I've been shielding my eyes to this episode being recommended left and right on various people's algorithms, probably my own, but I wouldn't know because I stayed away. So I'm excited to get into this today. As y'all know, this is one of my favorite series that we cover on GT Live. And I think when we looked at the trailer, previously, we speculated that this was going to be Gangle's big episode and we were going to see her arc throughout all of this. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see if there are ties to Zooble in the ways that we speculated about, because we saw Gangle with a different mask in Zooble's room, if that sort of interplay between characters was going to happen, and what chaos was going to ensue within this fast food establishment. So we're going to be looking at a lot of those things. I'm excited to see what some of Pomni's strange reaction shots were about, and dive more into General Jack's dread. We saw a lot of Jack's dread in the trailer, so excited to see more about what that's about. So I don't know if we should even delay going into this thing, because we have a talent on this channel for taking a 23-minute, 19-second video, as it says in front of me, and stretching it out to a 2-hour phenomena. So I don't know if we should pull out the banter any bit more. All that being said, let's hop, skip, and jump right into this thing. Possibly fastest banter on record, but I think we just go into it, Sam. You ready for this?
I think I'm pretty ready.
All right, I think he's ready for this. Let's do it. Get the volume up a little bit higher too, so I can hear. Bleach.
So, you just wind your arm backwards in a big circle, release right at the bottom, and follow through. You got that?
You're wasting your time, Raggy.
Just wait a second.
Like this?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh!
I actually...
Okay.
Wow.
So, well, first of all, Jax's aim, the dexterity, the hand-eye coordination with that bat, you can kind of say he hit the nail on the head.
Well, let me also tell you, I'm sure he's swinging that new Louisville Slugger that he's got right there.
The new Louisville Slugger that his swarm of ants stole from the local Dick's Sporting Goods?
Exactly. Jax is Mason from the local Dick's Sporting Goods, confirmed.
If you didn't watch that very low-performing episode where we created that whole joke, that was from our Would You Rather. But all that to say, they are playing baseball. We saw part of this shot from the trailer, and I do want to call out here. So Gangle is wearing her other mask right now, the one without the tears. Now, this is implied to be the comedy mask, but, like, it's not a happy-looking mask, per se. And I think with Gangle, that's always been a little bit confusing for me, you know? It's like, the modes are less sad and then quite sad, which have always very much punctuated Gangle in terms of the vocal performance and just the general posture, right? So it's sweet to have this as the first shot. The Digital Circus is actually very good about establishing, hey, what we set up in this first scene or first shot is going to come back in some way towards the end. They're really good at setting up those buttons. So I definitely want to take a closer look at this scene. That's why I let it play out a little bit more. I didn't want to break up the action because it's important to see that tableau or that, like, the physical setup of what they're doing to see how it relates to the very end.
One more thing that's worth calling out about this scene specifically is they're specifically playing softball rather than baseball.
Oh, yeah?
Which, yeah. So softball is like the big green ball. It's a bit softer. And the only reason that it's worth calling out is because Ragatha is teaching Gangle how to pitch a softball specifically, which is a very different motion than throwing a baseball. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that.
It's thrown specifically underhanded. And it's like,
ooh,
you start with the ball kind of out in front of you, and then you wind up kind of like in a windmill motion. You get your hand going back over your head, and then you release underhand. And that's
Okay.
how you were able to generate speed.
Ooh. Okay.
Interesting that Ragatha has that knowledge on how to pitch a softball, which is not as intuitive of a motion as throwing a baseball.
Right. That's a really great call. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Despite what critics may think, I have never played softball. Hee ha ha. But it might be cool to see, oh, maybe these characters do have a little bit more recollection of their previous lives than we might have thought, right? In terms of that specific skill set. I love the image of Ragatha playing on a softball team, though. I think that's so fun.
So you just wind your arm backwards in a big circle?
And I'm sure she feels really helpful here, too, because I know that Ragatha has been trying to find her place as, like, someone that people can count on and support in those ways. So we see her at the top of this episode right off the bat trying to do exactly as described.
Right at the
So I have a sense that we're going to see more of that theme built on as well, or maybe some, like, critical change in Ragatha's either, like, you know, her outlook on that, demeanor, what have you.
Your time, Raggy.
Just wait
Trying
a
to see if there's
second.
anything in the background, too, because it's so big and vast.
Got it.
Ugh.
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Are you alright, Gangle?
Not Flex. Aw, I know, so sad. But you see, like, that comedy mask, right? It broke right in front of her. And it didn't even look particularly happy, but the tears are what's underneath. So it's interesting to see sort of that sadness punctuate even, like, the happy mask or this, like, cover-up, right? I've always thought that was interesting about her character.
Why do you always gotta do this?
What? I just said it was an accident.
Unbelievable. You are unbelievable.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
You might like.
Oh, right, of course. What was I thinking?
I don't know
Okay,
if
so we are going with
it'll
Zumal
work,
now.
but it looks about the same shape as yours.
Ah ha ha! Okay, wow,
That's a cool shot.
That is cool. It's also so jarring. It does a great job of, like, it feels so different and juxtaposed because we literally see just moments before that this other mask that was on, like you can see in this little preview down here, it's not even particularly happy, and then you have this one that's very, you know, super in your face, like smile up to the cheeks, like those kind of typical upside down parabolic eyes at the top. I was trying to find another word for it, but
Parabolic.
the first thing I could think of was a parabola, but you have a negative x squared at the front of that equation to graph that parabola in the way that one might. Anyway, shout out math too.
Like.
Oh, right, of course. What was I
So
thinking?
they
I don't
go
know
to
if it'll
Zubal's
work,
room.
but it looks about the same shape as yours.
Oh.
And the best part is it's plastic, so it won't break as easily.
That's important. That's an important line. If we just saw a mask break, just because Jax was accidentally too good at sport, and they are differentiating this mask as being, it's plastic, it won't break super quickly, it'll take more to break this mask, then we are probably going to see, just story structure line-wise, that this mask is going to be harder to break, and that might cause some issues or some benefit to Gangle, right? Again, the Digital Circus is so good at setting all of this stuff up super early. So you have to take everything that's said in these first, like, 60 to 90 seconds and not, like, hold it to, like, this, like, golden standard or anything, but, like, you have to take what is given to you in that first 90 seconds and keep it in mind for the rest of the episode, because all of this stuff comes back in that Afton-esque way.
Try it on.
There's the
How
shot.
does it feel?
It feels normal. Like in a good way.
That's good.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Listen to that vocal shift, too. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay, back.
Like in a good way.
That's good, right?
That is so different from just, like, timbre-wise.
Normal.
Gangle's typical voice.
Like in a good way.
That's good, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Zubal.
Even, like, you still have the kind of, I'm looking at Gangle's posture, it's still a little bit, not quite slouchy, but it's leaned forward in such a way, but it's not hunched, you know? So there's already different changes happening with Gangle here, just with that mask going on immediately. Happy Gangle mask. I'm trying to see also, because Zubal tends to change, like, from episode to episode with the different parts going on and switching out. So I want to see if there's anything about this room that's different or interesting to call out? I know Sam in the trailer pointed out this duck that's on it's like a windowsill for a mirror. I don't know. The duck in front of the mirror. Sam called out the duck in front of the mirror in the trailer reaction.
My thought with it was that it relates to the story of the ugly duckling.
I think, yeah, that feels right.
Right.
Like,
kind of makes, like, that's how Zooble sees themselves.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, and hopefully, you know, an episode that comes later where
Right.
that story is resolved. But yeah, feels like an interesting connection.
Right? Like just the duck that's out of place here, right?
Mhm.
Even though that, I mean, I guess it would make sense that in this space, just color cohesion wise, the duck fits in really well. You know, it's just when it's taken into other contexts that the duck is quote unquote ugly or doesn't quite fit in, right?
Because it's a pink duck too,
Yeah.
which would not fit in with traditionally yellow ducks.
No, but a pink duck is a cool duck.
We love pink over here.
And we love pink over here. If I had a pink duck, I would be so excited about that. I would just hope that it was made in a very ethical way.
An ethically pink duck.
An ethically pink duck, I think, would be really cool.
That would be epic.
What the heck is this? You're just giving away parts now?
That's a cool shot again.
Oh, what if I am? I'm not giving any to you.
Darn. I guess you're never getting that unicorn horn, Pomni.
When did I ever say anything about that? I think you'd look good with one.
Oh my gosh, we got very sweet Gangle. Also, I'm sorry. This like random bust. That stands out like a sore thumb, man.
No.
What is going on with that? The very tasteful covering up of Gangle's mask.
It's a little too low still.
Right? It is a little too low, but there's not like anything I think that we'd have to censor at all.
No, there's not a bottom half scandal.
Calling out again, another duck over here. So it looks more like a swan,
Yes.
if anything. So I don't know if that is symbolic of some kind of evolution. It does tie into the ugly duckling story because it's like the ugly duckling wasn't just a bad duck; it was just a swan rather than a duck, right?
Mm-hmm. I actually don't know.
I
But I
thought
said
that
yes.
was. I think that was a story I was told.
That makes sense.
Like it wasn't. It was actually this very beautiful thing, this like evolution.
And it's funny that this one is yellow.
It was all yellow.
Yep. Coldplay must be at work
It
here.
must be a Coldplay reference.
Yeah.
But like the first duck, I mean, the pink kind of ties into like part of Zooble's figure, and then the yellow swan. There's other parts. I mean, it matches almost 1-to-1 Zooble's hand here and the arm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's aspects of it. I don't know if Zooble will just naturally have more of those colors brought in as they. I don't know if it's like a becoming more comfortable with the self or like truly finding the form that might work for them or some other kind of revolution or like internal transformation like of the mind or the self, right? That's interesting that is repeated imagery, but I definitely think that those two are connected. Why there's a bust here that's gray and devoid of color in the way that everything else in this room is not, I don't know, but something to keep an eye on, respectfully.
Well, it's possible.
Did somebody say adventure?
No.
No.
Certainly not. Hey, remember when we've said all those things about Kane losing his mind and losing control over the space and the Amazing Digital Circus as a whole? That might be a very silly way to illustrate that, where it's like, oh, there was a keyword or a trigger word I was supposed to act on. It didn't happen. It could be just like a misunderstanding of what was said. It could be this was supposed to be said, but then it wasn't, and I just kind of hopped in there. Or just, I gotta move this along, man. So here I am, but it's important to call out that he just sort of spawns for no clear reason other than to
Today's
propel the plot.
adventure is The Curse of the Violent Psychopath Butcher.
Okay.
Surprise.
I can tell you it's not that, but it's weird that the scary stuff happened twice, you know? Because last time we had the haunted house, and this is like, it's obviously not going to happen because I see the title right here, and I watched the trailer, which had parts of the title right here. But here, death and horror twice in a row, which is ironic because if it was made for Zooble didn't even watch it. Like, they didn't even go through the horror experience. So it's like, the irony of that, it's like, oh, this got a lot of very strong emotional response, but the person it was designed for, or the amalgamation of parts, that's not who it's actually appealing to, even if it was designed for that. So that's interesting.
Sure, that's right. Scary human meat is all over the walls, and boy, is it smelly.
Huh? I'm sorry, what? What?
Scary human meat is all over the walls, and
Shake,
boy,
shake.
is it smelly. It's up to you to...
Wait, can we, chill with the horror, please? I really don't want this to be like last time.
It's just like YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just like YouTube.
Pomni's in the comments.
Yeah, Pomni is leaving a top comment, and then people are in the replies going, real, true, banter's too long, you know? Yeah, that is very interesting. Huh.
What happened last time? Was that the one made for me?
There was this awful, horrifying angel head thing. And when we tried to fight back at all, we got sent to hell where evil souls tried to infest our bodies. It was bad.
Why did you think
Whoops, sorry.
Souls tried to infest our bodies. It was bad.
Why did you think I would like that?
Well, if you're all gonna be such
I think that's a fair question. Hey, why?
critics, why don't you suggest a better one?
We do. Have you not checked the suggestion box once?
To be
No.
real, I forgot we had that.
I knew it.
We have a suggestion box?
Basically, no.
Whoa. Hold on. Sorry. Maybe I'm overthinking this, man.
No, I think I'm going to have the same question.
Why is there water?
Why is this thing full of water?
I'm okay. Let's think about this, right? It could be coolant. Are we cooling the PC?
That was
With
my first
water?
thought as well.
Are we cooling it with water? Suggestions, user input. Is
A
this a literal
leak?
data leak,
Is there a leak? That's interesting.
right? Like, or is this just like a silly little animated show and whoop, we broke the pipes because this is a giant pipe. I, in my little noggin, would think it's cool if it represents some of the, like, the integrity of the machine or the simulation that it's in. I think it would be a problem if this was representative of the water cooling aspects of the PC, because that would imply, like, oh, there's something up with this hardware, or a knowledge and understanding of this hardware and what is used to cool it, which would be kind of wild to have that awareness of. At the very least, Jax doesn't seem to react to it that much. He just moves out of the way. It's almost like an anticipation, but smiling the whole time, where I guess none of them are really surprised. Ragatha's smiling, Jax is smiling.
Pomni's the only one like looking at it and confused, which would make sense
Because she
she's the
just got
newest
here,
one.
right? She just got here. So maybe they've seen that all before. It's a little hard to say with Gangle with this mask on, because I just assume that she's always going to look a little bit happy now. But even Kinger's just like, I don't know, that's interesting. That's a cool detail.
Bubble, plug that up. How about an adventure where Zooble gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
That one's mine.
Who would
What? That one's mine.
have guessed?
Let's just have an adventure where Jax can't talk through the entire thing.
Genuinely heartful.
Good.
Can we maybe pick one that's more normal?
Okay, two things there. So, one, I think in the first couple episodes, we saw more of the sort of, not butting heads, but the literal opposite nature of both Jax and Zooble. I think when Matt and I first looked at this together back in, 2023, we were acknowledging, like, the themes of the character design, where it's cohesion versus separation, right? Where we see a lot of separation of the red and the blue. Jax is purple. Those colors are put together. Zooble is just the epitome of things broken up and pieced together, right? So to see them sort of clashing again and reestablishing that sort of, like, not quite rivalry, but soft disdain, I think is interesting. And the other thing I wanted to say here is the note about normal. This is now our second-ish time where Gangle is called out something about feeling normal or being normal to some degree.
An adventure where Jax can't talk through the entire thing.
Genuinely hurtful.
Good.
Can we maybe pick one that's more normal?
Normal. Normal. Happy Mask feels normal. Something that feels normal. What is normal for Gangle? What is normal? What happened before the digital circus? Is it some sort of normalcy from her life beforehand? Right? It's just a weird term to use in a place that feels so abnormal.
I don't know what's normal to you people. Let's have one.
Sometimes I say things, and then Kane says things right after I
where
do.
We all work at a fast food place. Is that normal?
Who wrote that?
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Great! That means today's adventure
Okay.
is an honest, hard day's work at Spudsy's restaurant chain.
I love how fast he came up with that title. One, being a machine and AI makes sense, but also Jax being like, who came up with that? You know, because Jax has a pretty solid understanding of all the people around him, right? So he can kind of attribute who says what to what. He has that understanding of, oh, hey, viewer, you're right here. I'm going to talk to you. He has that awareness, and we see that level of confusion with that recommendation, which stands out, right? Also, if he's trying to generate something that feels normal-ish, he's probably looking for information about what feels normal. Because otherwise it's like, I don't know what feels normal to you.
Yeah.
So it's him making his best guess, and then his eyes just don't. I mean, they land on it at the beginning, and then they kind of go off in the way that the others did.
I don't know what's normal to you people.
Yeah, it does look
Is that normal?
semi-generated. And maybe Jax is just suspicious, and it's like, oh, I know you just came up with that, because who would say that?
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Great! That means today's adventure is an honest, hard day's work at Spudsy's restaurant chain. And you can be the shift manager.
Woo!
Just make that today's adventure.
My guy looks upset. That is a stressed man. Oh my god.
Make that today's adventure.
That's right. You've shown enough leadership skills today to be the perfect shift manager.
The leadership in question. I want this thing. That's it. It wasn't even a specific suggestion. It was just something that feels normal. Okay.
Of course, of course. I'm already getting tons of ideas.
Yeah, leak.
That was weird.
Well, see you guys when it's over.
Weird versus normal. That's something to call out yet again.
Of course. I'm already
Hold on.
today to be the perfect shift manager. Of course, of course. I'm already getting tons of ideas.
He's not. Leak. Oh, the tongues are connected. That's gross.
It's weird that it unplugs when he talks about getting ideas. And it was the same way, like when he was like going to the suggestion box and he was like, oh, well, why don't you guys have an idea?
You've shown
And then when he
enough
ripped
leadership
off the box, it started, flowing again.
Mm-hmm.
It's
skills
something about the ideas.
today
Right.
to be the perfect shift manager. Of course.
Well, I mean, in terms of the ideas we saw last time, he felt like he couldn't come up with anything good. Like his idea for Zooble didn't like it, and they told him that, and he had the whole crisis, right? It's emblematic of him losing control, but also losing a sense of usefulness as well, where like he is not optimized for what is happening here. He's not properly trained for it.
Of course. I'm already getting tons of ideas.
Haha, bleh. And then there's a leak. It could also just be, could be representative. This is silly and a joke. He's losing his juice, man. He's losing power. He's losing the thing that's supposed to keep him regulated, you know?
That was weird.
Yeah, I hate the implication that their tongues are connected. That sucks.
Well, see you guys when it's over.
Again?
I'm not
Yep.
gonna be a wage
Freak
slave
out.
for fun.
Oh, I know. I could sit this one out, and Zooble could take my place.
What? That's not how that works.
Great idea, Kinger. It'll be nice to have you back on board, Zooble.
What? Are you kidding me? I'm not just gonna be forced into this stupid
You
adventure.
can shut up now.
My guy is so focused on trying to get Zooble engaged, and he's getting angrier that his suggestions, what he's coming up with, isn't working, right? But I also like that Kinger was just like, what if I didn't? I already did my work. Last episode was my arc. That's it. We're done.
I think I might be able to give it a swing. Being a shift manager was my job at one point.
Then
Hold on. Shift manager. So we have Ragatha remembering how to throw a softball underneath. And now we have Gangle having some kind of recollection of being a shift manager at some point in the past. If we're talking about a normal routine, then something that just feels sort of intuitive, right? Like they did this before. I wonder if that's tied actually to Kane losing some kind of control over the digital circus, right? More of these skills and experiences are coming back in some sort of capacity at a similar pace to Kane losing the sense of control, losing his mind a little bit. His suggestions aren't working. He's glitching out. Things aren't adding up the way that he wants. But these sorts of memories from the past and these routines are coming back to the people in the digital circus. Are those things tied in some way? Is there some sort of correlation between that? I don't know.
what are we waiting for? Get your non-slip shoes ready, because we're going to Spudsies!
Spudsies! And then slips. Wait, I want to see what he slipped. Did he slip over anything?
Oh, he tripped on the
it's a water. Okay. Spudsies! Oh, I can't wait. Who is that man? Who is that man?
That's Dave Spud.
The Spudzer?
Yeah.
The.
Kind of looks like a spud.
Hey, be kind.
He's
Be
a
kind.
fictional character.
Okay. What's going on here? So we have just pickles for $70. The slab for 31 cents. Real meat, mega stack for $1. And the does that say the doggy dog?
Mm-hmm.
For 57. Why 57? Okay. Oop. That's the POS login again. I actually want to see what Zubal's uniform looks like, if it's just a standard thing or if they did something different for them. Yeah, you can't see it. Anyway, ooh! Spatula hand.
Well, I guess I should get into manager mode and get us all kicked off.
All right. Yeah. Going for it.
And with that out of the way, let's get to work, guys.
Oh,
No!
happiest shift manager on the planet. Not in real life. Not in real life, at least in my experience. If you're a shift manager at a fast food restaurant and you bring this sort of energy in, good for you. I wish I had someone like you.
To work, guys.
Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Pretty bad.
No, we can't have anything like that going on around here.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
I'm calling upper management.
Sorry. Look at that flip phone. A couple things here too. Wait. Are you kidding? Does that say MatPat theory? Does that say MatPat theory?
I cannot even begin to see what that
That
says.
says MatPat theory. Aw, that's so cool, man. I'm sure he'd be honored to be on the same bookshelf as Egg. And also, 57.
Yeah, 57 is the number that a lot of people have been seeing throughout a lot of the episodes and pointing out. Not exactly sure what it means yet, or if it's just like a fun number.
Can you see if 57 or like 1957 means anything in like computer or tech history? Okay, let's see here. Go back. You could see that Jax is like challenging Gangle in the way that he's been kind of challenging everything that's happening here today. Like, you just made this up. What's going on? Here he is being like, what are you going to do about it? There's no real stakes. I can still do whatever I want.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
I'm calling upper management.
And the reason I stopped in the first place was because I love this little flip phone so much. It's got a little pig on it. It's really cute.
Hello?
Hey, Kane, we're having a bit of an issue.
The boss, 6:50 a.m. Oh man, it's an early day. It's an early day. If you're working a full day, that's
With the employees, and I was wondering if you could
flip phone also ties back to like, hey, 2000s aesthetic. Flip phone, 100%.
We have a punishment waiting for them at the end of the day if they do a terrible job.
Angry.
Motivation! That's what my adventures have been missing. Great idea, Gangle. I'll be sure to make something truly awful awaiting your rotten employees.
Oof.
Do this.
That's great. Also, I saw briefly, she's still flailing in this deep fryer.
She's gonna be nice and crispy.
No one's taking it out. Also, another egg? Is that a chick coming out of an egg? There's like egg and bird stuff happening here. There's that, the book egg. I'm gonna keep an eye out for ducks, birds, swans, and eggs. I was trying to look at the sticky note happening. I think that's another POS login. Okay. That Kane just has. He also has all these little like drawings here. I wonder, those bees? Yeah. Huh. Hive. You little hive mind, Kane? With all your bees? Because bees live in hives? Anyway.
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons.
Oh.
Anyway, Jax, it's your...
Hey, what? Hey, what? Hold on.
Rotten employees.
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons.
Okay. I hear manic episode, and my mind goes to one place, but I want to hold on that now, right? Manic episodes are more typical in cases of bipolar disorder, previously known as manic depression, right? Now, I can see a world where people draw lines between bipolar disorder and depressive and manic episodes with the masks on Gangle. Dropping the word manic, I don't want to hop to that conclusion yet. And again, I don't have the strongest understanding of bipolar disorder, but I do think it's important to call out, like, there is at the very least depressive implications in Gangle's character.
Anyway, Jax, it's your job to set up the drink station, make new coffee and iced tea, and fill the ice cream machine, so get to it.
Please take Ragatha out of the deep fryer.
Really
My girl is suffering. Ooh, 57 again. Ooh, this is a fun game. Find the 57s. They are everywhere.
There's probably 57 of them.
Whoa, that would be so cool. We'll count them, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hands. Ooh, yeah. Okay, that won't work. Sparkling pep. Sparkling pep. Pep. Awesome. Oh, what?
Can I get for you today?
Oh, hey, it's Orbs Man.
Are you telling me you got out of the deep fryer with a single Band-Aid? You got out of the deep fryer and they gave you a Band-Aid? Life is crazy.
Something.
I guess so.
Oh, he's from
I'd imagine she'd be crispy.
Extra crispy.
Extra EC.
The Colonel would be proud.
Double fried.
previous adventure? Before your time.
Okay. So yeah, that does kind of say, okay, we have recurring characters coming into this restaurant. They might be before Pomni, they might be after Pomni, but it does say that Kane is reusing assets and characters for these experiences, right? So now we can be like, ooh, let's look out for these repeating characters and see, you know, what they remember, what they don't. Again, memory being a recurring theme here, right?
Okay,
I wonder if there's a code hidden in there somewhere.
It does sound like reversed audio a little bit.
It's fun.
Okay, number 57.
Oh, there's another
57.
one.
Actually, I want to look at the specific. I'm trying to see if there was a specific way that the keys on here were colored. Sick keycaps, bro. Does it clock or does it feel more chewy?
Oh, I hate this guy.
My brother. No.
He hates Orbs Man.
So Jax probably had a bad experience with Orbs Man in a previous thing, but you're not even social distancing right now. Like, You're so in earshot.
Never say you hate the customer while the customer is still here. Will we wait
good.
until after hours for that?
Let him know. Let him know. I think it's funny that the clocks are called time machines.
Yeah.
That's very silly. Let's see. Clean out fridge by end of week. Any food nearing or past expiration date must be disposed of immediately. I think we found that last time. Do not forget to clock out on time. Still can't really read that. I wonder if these push pins mean anything. I was trying to see if there's like a number I could read through here, but I kind of can't. Customer is always right. Serve with a smile. And then yummy. Bleh. Bergs. That's what I see here. I could be wrong, but non-dairy vanilla. Oh, wow. Look at you guys go. It's a weird thing to call out. This is a weird thing to call out, but I'm going to call it out anyway, because we see a lot of this like 2000s time period implication, right? The aughts, as they say. But non-dairy vanilla, weird, I know. Non-dairy options were kind of an irregularity until the mid-late 2010s and now the 2020s, right? Like, if you wanted something non-dairy, especially from a fast food restaurant, and you were looking for a dairy alternative, they'd look at you like you were crazy. That just wasn't a thing that people talked about or had. The fact that there's non-dairy vanilla here, looks like soft serve as well, that has weird time implications in the way that the series has a lot of those, right? There's strange time implications in the way that we have seen throughout multiple points of this series across 4 episodes. It's worth noting. But I will say, that does make me want that Ben & Jerry's non-dairy ice cream. That stuff is so good. If you need a non-dairy ice cream, please look at Ben & Jerry's. I know you kind of have to splurge on it. I know. But I put the money aside. I will sacrifice a sweet treat if it means I can get that non-dairy pint. Just pro tip.
Excuse me. Yeah, little jester, I'd like to order the stupid burger. Last time I ordered it here, they forgot to add the sauce that makes you stupid.
This sounds like one of my dear friends, which makes me very happy, but also, stupid burger. They forgot to put on my stupid sauce.
Excuse me. Yeah, little jester, I'd like to order the stupid burger. Last time I ordered it here, they forgot to add the sauce that makes you stupid. Don't forget the sauce.
So I don't know what the stupid sauce is meant to imply. I'm also looking back here at this other figurine who's just kind of like munching on a burger and not making any progress, presumably because they don't have a mouth. But just an interesting thing to call out, because we noted that this figure is on a lot of doors in the Amazing Digital Circus. In the hallway where all the characters reside, there's a lot of rooms that have this face, the wooden face on it, right? So we know that there's a good bit of them in the Digital Circus. We know that they're a good starting point for character design with proportions and all that jazz. So we're seeing a lot of them here now. I don't know if this also just implies characters that haven't been fully like designed yet, or they're just like the basis of them, but I'll keep noodling on it. These characters puzzle me. I don't know. I'm adequately puzzled.
Is that a thing we have?
Yes, I order it all the time.
Another one.
I'm addicted.
Whoa. Hold on.
Is that a thing we have?
Yes, I order it all the time. I'm addicted.
So, that didn't feel like a glitch because we heard like the wood moving around. But what's in stupid sauce? Is it just like, oh, it's so good and I'm having twitches thinking about it? Or like, is it drugs?
Okay, one stupid burger.
Heard you loud and clear.
All right, let's go, Ragatha. It's Urple. It's Urple. Urple stupid sauce.
Burger.
Heard you loud and clear.
Go for it, girl. Whoa. That should not have gotten out of your eye so quick. Where'd your Band-Aid go? Whoa. Oh, whoa. Holy shading. What? Oh! Oh, ew. Oh. What? Hey, what?
So
Girl, are you feeling a little stupid right now? I don't know how, ugh. Hey, You need something scary for the thumbnail?
Yeah, hold on this frame for like 1 second.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yep. Ugh. Oh, that's terrifying.
It seems to imply that the stupid sauce is a psychedelic drug.
Yes. And instead of the phrase high, I believe they use the phrase stupid.
Right, because this is a PG-14 rated show on Netflix now.
Yes. We are hallucinating. That would also imply whatever is happening here with the pupil dilation especially. I fear she is feeling stupid.
I think she's a little lost in the sauce.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Oh, I thought you said hold on.
It's a handshake. It's a handshake.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
I thought you were coming over here to fire me.
Yeah, I'm gonna sock you one.
Ouch.
The worst part is if I did try to actually punch someone, it'd probably be like ooh, I felt some pressure. Was that a fly? I think I got bit by a mosquito. That'd probably hurt you more than me actually punching you. Does that something bite me?
So you're just...
Also, here, Zubul just replacing parts in record time, really. Like, oh, no, they're using the spatula to hold a spatula.
So you're just, like, actually doing the job.
Actually doing the job. Why do you move like that, brother?
I feel like we kind of gloss over the fact that they're like selling drugs in this restaurant.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes, I did. But at the same time, there's so much weird stuff going on here that it could have also been a bug. If this was supposed to be a more normal thing, right? And the NPCs are just to serve the purpose of being customers, right? But the main characters are the staff and this is the show, right? It's not normal or a normal situation to have drug sauce. It could be that something was programmed wrong with the sauce and oopsie daisy, it became a drug. So it could be a mismatch of information, but I don't think Kane was like, yes, today we're gonna be serving out drugs that make you stupid. It's a weird thing of how much information does Kane actually have access to as well, where it's like, oh, I don't know about the terminology about getting high or experiencing certain psychedelic things and matching that information to it, but I know that it makes you act stupid. I just don't know the ways in which it does that. So there's ways that it could sneak in there. I don't know if it was deliberate. This feels like a mistake because it wasn't on the menu. Stupid sauce wasn't on the menu. Pomni didn't know that they had that. So it feels like something went under the radar to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Ragatha also getting stupid ties into what we saw at the beginning a little bit, right? Where she's still trying to be this super supportive person that people can lean on, you know, and help things out. Now, if she is like zooted, you know, then how is that dynamic going to change? Because that's a lot harder to do when you are under the influence of certain substances, and in this case, certain sauces.
I think it's also interesting to call out that earlier, like 5 minutes ago, she was getting fried. So just all your different kinds of foreshadowing and everything about this.
I didn't know, honestly, that getting fried was terminology for, potentially taking some substances. But
yep,
that's good to know.
There you go.
It's good to know.
This is an educational channel.
Foreshadowing, man.
Yeah, right?
Foreshadowing.
You got deep fried.
Deep fried.
So you're just, like, actually doing the job.
Yeah, I don't want Kane to punish me.
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
He seems really sure of that. I think this might be Jax trying really hard to feel like he knows what's going on, and that's a weird pattern between Jax and Kane. When Kane loses power and loses control over everything that's happening, Jax loses power in the sense that he has less knowledge and awareness of what's going on. So it feels like a very communal deterioration of everyone kind of losing it in various ways.
Nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us.
These are also very thin patties. I just want to say that's a lot of grease going a lot of places. This is very thin. Okay, I'm about to lose it in the bun.
I know. Don't press down on the burger when you're cooking it. You're going to squeeze all the juice out of it,
Well,
Zubul.
If you're going to press down on it, at the very least, when you turn off the heat, let it rest there,
Yes.
right? Because when it rests, it'll absorb all those juices back in.
Or if you're going to make a
colder.
smash burger, smash it all the way down. Don't press halfway down.
Go all in.
Sus. I wouldn't push it.
That's rich coming from you.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's my guy. That's my guy, Sam.
That's her guy?
That's my guy. Well, it's her guy, but it's also my guy.
The communal guy.
Yes, this is our collective guy. It's Gummy Goo.
Hello, Sheila. I'll have a sausage bacon jaffle combo. And the mate here just wants
He's
6 hash browns
okay.
split between them.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
She's freaking out. Yeah, so Gummy Goo is from episode 2. You know, Pomni and Gummy Goo kind of go on this adventure into realms where Gummy Goo has this acknowledgement that he's an NPC and he's kind of designed with a purpose and doesn't have full autonomy. And then they try to escape. Kane's like, Gummy Goo, you shouldn't be here. Snap, and it really looks like Gummy Goo just dies, right? And Pomni has this whole thing because she got really close with Gummy Goo. There was some implied romantic tension between them potentially. And it was a whole thing, right? It was a whole thing. So the fact that Gummy Goo is back here, one, yes, Kane is reusing assets. He probably just pulled from Gummy Goo's model and the information that was laid out for him and pushed him back in there. So Pomni's still having all this memory and this recollection of what happened previously. Oh, that's hard.
You right, miss?
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll call your order when your name's ready.
Also, another sticker of the guy. He's right there. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, this little figurine is still there. It looks like.
Trying to eat his burger.
Yeah. Just looks like there's another one. Filling up the seats.
Oh, wait, I forgot to ask for a kid's meal toy. You're not a kid.
He's that must be Spudsy himself. It has to be Spudsy himself.
Yeah.
Like,
he's their Dave Thomas stand-in.
Stuff. That's him. That's the guy. That has to be.
Wait, I forgot to ask for a kid's meal.
What's happening out here? Oh, is that that's the truck that they were on for episode 2. So that's coming back here and that's parked here across various parking spaces. So we have that. We have the Gloink Queen coming back too. Literally, just the return of everyone.
You're not a kid. Oh, yeah. An adult toy then.
Girl.
Don't know about that.
Girl. So this is we saw this so zoomed up in the trailer reaction. This was so concentrated on Pomni creeping up behind Gummy Goo and his little squad of goos.
About that one, mate.
Oh my gosh.
Well, can I help you, miss?
Also, y'all, let's clean it up, okay? Let's clean it up. I saw some other trash here in the back as well. All right, come on. We need front of house crew to get the broom out. Serious.
Well, can I help you, miss?
I just wanted to say hi.
Hi. Do we know each other?
Oh, poor thing. Oh my gosh. Like, she's literally drawn to him like a magnet, and they have... Oh, gosh.
Know each other?
I don't know.
Oh, it's sad. Also, oh my gosh, sir, you need to clear off your space. That table is not wiped off either. There's a wet floor sign over there, but it doesn't look like we've been doing any mopping. And then there's a stray burger over here. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get accounted for in this establishment, okay? So we can have emotional discourse, and maybe the mess is reminiscent of that, okay? You know, our mind is a little cluttered. The restaurant's a little bit cluttered, okay? I get that. I understand. However, this is distressing to me, and we need to clean this up.
Look, Ragatha, where's Pomni?
Huh? Oh, she's flirting with the gummy guy, because she'd rather be with an NPC than with us or something.
Okay, so maybe the less inhibited Ragatha is sharing more of her feelings as well. Also, come on! Garbage bag next to the trash can as well? Does no one know how to clean here?
We gotta get the health inspector down here.
Sam.
I would not eat at this establishment.
Sam,
Actually, I would.
I would,
I
right? We would. We're just
My
gonna
standards are
we're just,
so small.
We're just gonna feel worse about it, you know?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Also, what is happening up here? Maybe we'll get a closer view out of it, and I'll keep an eye out. But I'm like, what is happening up here?
Something.
Well, that won't do.
I wish someone would flirt with me.
Girl, that's funny, but also sad. She feels lonely in so many different angles. And I feel like Ragatha kind of gets a bad rap for wanting to be relied on and liked by others, but I think it's ultimately just her being lonely and feeling kind of neglected. Also, dogs! Dogs. Look at the dogs. Dog here. Dog here. Just looking at pets. I wonder if these are like the pets of people who work at Glitch or Gooseworks or someone, but we love to see it. We love to see it.
Tell those dogs I said woof woof.
Bark.
They'll know what it means.
They'll understand.
Pomni, we need you on the register. Stop
Oh my gosh.
weirding the customers out.
But it's gummy goo. Can't the job wait a bit?
Whoa! Interesting.
Customers out.
But it's gummy goo. Can't the job wait?
His eyes light up a little bit.
Can't the job wait a bit? It's not
He
like
looks
this
sad.
is real.
Ooh.
Next you're gonna
Do you remember? Do you remember?
stop
The 21st night of September?
customers out.
But it's gummy goo. Can't the job wait a bit? It's not like this is real.
Okay. So maybe he doesn't fully remember, but he does reach out to a degree, right? Like maybe there's something that feels familiar there, or it's just like, oh, you do know me. Hey, wait a minute. Like, let's talk a little bit, you know, let's figure out what happened. But if Pomni were to talk to Gummy Goo, and were those memories to come back in some capacity, should they be able to, right? At this point, I don't think it's an impossibility with the way that memories are coming back for our main characters in the Digital Circus. But Gangle is trying to pull Pomni away, either intentionally working for the boss man to some degree, or just feeling like, oh, I got to keep this establishment tight, you know? Oh, it's heartbreaking either way.
Next you're gonna
that's
say
sad.
my authority isn't real.
Ugh. Yikes. I don't know what that... Oh, huh. The crack sound.
The authority isn't real.
Ugh. Zubul made the note about this mask taking longer to break and to crack at the very beginning. So I wonder if when authority is challenged, when Gangle is disrespected, or when she starts to feel kind of powerless and hopeless, we start to hear those cracking sounds because it's representative of that mask falling apart to a degree. And then the Gangle that we know and are more familiar with comes out from inside, right? Huh.
Anyway, put away that breakfast menu because it's lunchtime.
Oh, lunch! Oh my, that was still breakfast? Oh my gosh. Also, what does it say over here? Let me see. Those who clock out early will be reported to upper management and dealt with appropriate disciplinary action. Uh-oh. Veg delivery 321-406-8987. Go up here. That's Buff Ragatha? What? Okay. Maybe Buff Ragatha. I do not know. Okay. Well, we'll see if there's anything else we can pull from this.
Right,
Go on.
fellas, it's lunch rush. Get your game faces on.
Manager office. Oh. General disdain. And there's the Gloink Queen!
Does this count as a bus?
Are you ready to order?
No thanks. I got this bowl of cereal.
Well, I mean, not unrealistic, to be honest with you. Not unrealistic.
Well,
That's
there's a line
wild.
of people.
I could eat food, but I'm just gonna show you me eating food right in front of you. Oh!
Cheeseburgers for all my precious spawn.
Oh, my precious
Is
spawn.
that here or to...
Oh no!
Can you hold on for just a second?
Go, Pomni, go! Sorry. I was like, what am I processing right now? I don't know. While the Gloinks are beating up this figure, let's see what's going on with Gummy Goo.
Leave that poor, pitiful creature alone.
Do all the
Do I have any subtitles here?
Gloinks have names?
Ooh!
Of course they do. I love and cherish every Gloink I give birth to. What kind of mother do you think I am?
It's beautiful.
Is her mouth moving different?
Mother do you think I am?
It's moving... Like, at some points the frame rate is slower, but it just feels like it's moving out of sync with the rest of Ragatha's face.
Hey, I...
Ooh! Ooh! I like the Gloinks. Aw.
I just want to wish you a pleasant day. Thanks for eating at Spudsy's.
Have a good one, miss.
I think he remembers. I think they both remember. And they are not speaking out of turn to keep Gummy Goo safe and not reset the process again.
Thanks for eating at Spudsy's.
I think that reaching out was him realizing it was Pomni. I really do. I really do. And then hear that moment of like the pause, but then the sad smile.
Have a good one, miss.
Oh. Wi-Fi. It said Wi-Fi on the door too. Trying to see if there's anything else hidden there. I guess in terms of needing Wi-Fi at restaurants, when did that become more popular? But I guess to a degree, like the late 2000s when people started having like the first cell phones and everything, like smartphones.
Jax! The bathroom looks like a biohazard and needs a good scrubbing.
Woo!
Well, I don't know. Shouldn't like biohazard crew take care of that?
Oh, Jaxie boy.
A biohazard crew.
Don't you want to be a model employee?
No, I don't care about any of this.
Well, that doesn't really sound like a can-do attitude to me.
It's not.
Bad.
I like you better when you're sad.
Oh! 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 That hurt. Damn.
It's not.
I like you better when you're sad?
I like you better when you're sad.
Oh!
Well, maybe you just need some more training.
Oh my gosh. I like you better when you're sad. And you hear the crack again of Gangle's mask, this kind of happy facade, literal mask to disguise that sadness that she's putting on. That's brutal. That hurts, you know.
Well, maybe you just need some more training.
Ugh! Oh boy. Okay. Was that Kane's hands, or is Gangle having more control here? It's obviously like da boss was what Kane was listed as in Gangle's phone. I could see them working more in tandem here with the whole leadership position thing, but
Welcome to Spudsy's. In this video. Hi, welcome to Spudsy's.
Ooh.
In this video, you're gonna learn the ins and outs of what makes you a good crew member.
Oh boy.
And a valuable asset to the Spudsy's Corporation.
When did you make this?
Now I know what you're thinking. I don't want a career in fast food. I want to be a comic artist and eventually launch my own manga-inspired webcomic. And it's cool to have dreams, but you also need to remember that they're completely unrealistic. And you need to stop trying.
okay, that's pointed. That feels very pointed, actually. Could be a knife. It is so pointed. Was that some insight into who Gangle was? Or is that more so... I don't think that was pointed towards Jax. I feel like this is representative of Gangle, right? Like, we know that she worked in fast food. We know this. And the very specific, I want to be an artist and make a manga-inspired webcomic, right?
I want to be a comic artist and eventually launch my own manga-inspired webcomic.
But your dreams are bad. I mean, if that is not, in terms of feeling hopeless, depressed, sad, upset, it can be really hard to hold on to the dreams and things that make you happy. And then you have to kind of deal with this reality that might not be your favorite. And in this case, it might be, I don't want to work in fast food, but screw your dreams. It's not realistic, blah. I feel like this is insight into Gangle. I really do. I think this is a peek behind the curtain as to who Gangle was beforehand and whether or not she's cognizant of the fact that that represents her. I don't know, right? But that data should be there to a degree because these people were brought into this simulation of the digital circus. You're kind of laying down the pieces as to that sense of despair and the cover-up, the literal cover-up of like, maybe you really don't feel like your dreams are stupid and deserve to die, but you have to put on this mask that everything is fine because you have to keep on trucking because life is hard.
And it's cool to have dreams, but you also need to remember that they're completely unrealistic, and you need to stop trying.
That's sad and bad, and First of all, hi. Never stop trying on your dreams. You could do anything you want forever. Be sure to follow your dreams, achieve your goals, get a proper amount of calcium. Okay? Don't listen to what's being said here, okay? This is from a certain mindset and delivered for a certain purpose. Don't stop trying. Keep going.
But before we get into all that, first things first.
I'm the
Are you
realist.
Smiling?
No.
Why not?
Oh!
Wait, nobody can see this, right?
It's time for your employee reevaluation.
Oh! Analog horror. Analog horror arc for Gangle. Gee whiz. Also, again, are you smiling? Why not? Right? Pull it all in. Put on a smile. Put that mask on. Right? It feels like I really do think this is part of Gangle's characterization and backstory. I really do. I think that Jax is just getting the lore dump put on him. Because he refuses to put that on. He refuses to conceal how he feels about certain things, and then Gangle's on the opposite end of that spectrum, and that's what she does. So, flip, mask, flip, 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 yup. It's the masks. It's putting on... Oh, okay. Oh, this is good. This is a lot. This is a lot. I think this is a good place to stop for right now. We're about halfway through, a little over halfway through. But, okay, yes, there's no room for ambiguity now. This is certainly Gangle's episode, and we're seeing evolutions in Ragatha's arc as well. So I don't know if that means that we're going to be leading into the next episode with a more Ragatha-focused narrative, or if Zubal's going to come forward and it's going to be more about Zubal. I don't know, but what I could tell you right now is that things are going to get wacky. We're going to be learning, I can tell you, a lot more about these masks, their roles, and who Gangle was prior to the digital circus in the second reaction of this, which will come out on Wednesday. So you shouldn't have to wait too long. That should come out pretty quickly. But a lot of info about this arc. And there's already a lot getting put up here in terms of the memory, what different characters remember, if they're gaining this consciousness now as Kane is losing control and having these weird bugs happen, whether the sauce is tied to that, the leak in the pipe that happened before. He's trying really hard to, take all this information and make these simulations, but he's also not, the suggestions box is just sort of there and not being used, so it's data input that's not being processed. So what is Kane pulling from? It's a lot here. If you have any thoughts or observations about what's happening here or what's to come, put them down in the comments. Please be mindful about spoilers to people who have not watched the entire thing yet, but absolutely, let's start a conversation. Let's start a dialogue. Super interested in y'all's thoughts into all of this, and I will see you on the next episode. I'll see you on Wednesday for this. And remember, on Friday, we are having our long holiday live stream, okay? Okay, I'll lock in what time we're starting on Wednesday, on Wednesday's uploads, but keep your eyes out for that. That should be a hoot and a half if I've ever seen one. So thank you all so much for watching. And remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video. A video for you. See ya!